What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to Hunt the Week.
Hello everyone and welcome into the show. You complete me. Yes, you do, each and every one of you. Where would I be? A podcast host without a listener. I would be an Elish Norn without her oil. Right? Phyrexian without a hive mind. And boy, would that be a sad sight to see. But I'm happy you're here and I am glad to see you. Thank you for coming and listening as we close out our one league here. This is the end of week 5, the start of week 6. Next week we start Shadows over Innistrad with the kickoff. That's right, I'm doing it right this time. Remember at the start of this league, I was still talking about the last league? No. Next week we talk about Shadows, and then we get right into Shadows. This is the last one show. We are done with one, and I couldn't be happier. I hate this format. This set is terrible. This set is garbage. I'm sorry. I've been really holding back all the negativity. We're gonna let it flow a little bit today, because this is the end. This is the wrap up, and we're gonna talk about it. How was one? It was very fast. It was very aggressive. There was a lot of non-games. There were some great games. I saw a great game with Chris R this week, where I don't remember who he was playing, but man, he came back. He played it beautifully. He held his cards. It was a sight to see. In fact, Chris went 6-0. Just a great run right now for him. 2 weeks ago, he was what? He was 6-7. Now he's 16-9. He's gone 10-2 in the last 2 weeks. Congrats to you, Chris R. All will be one. All will be one.
All will be one. All will be one.
As I record, it is 3:45 on Thursday, and this is your top 8. Justin P. Code Pigeon, 18-7. Raphael F. Prudent, 18-7. Ryan D. The Slickness, 18-7. Jordan M. J. M. Tron, 18-7. Damian S. Butt Crack Magic, 17-8. Trevor F. Treskies, 17-8. Pierre Mark P.M. Duguay, ooh, that was a rough one, 16-9. Aaron H. Ulamog R. Savior, UK in the house, 16-9. Right now we got 4 Americans, 3 Canadians, 1 UK guy. And I'll tell you, did you know this? I was the first American to win a league. That's true. I need to start putting that in my thing. Okay, let's do it. This is the Hunt the Week, a Sealed Arena Gauntlet League podcast. It's weekly. I am your host with the most, your Goku or Go Home, your Don John DeMarco. One time I was Rookie of the League, that was Strixhaven. One time I won a league, that's Chaos 2. One time I made top 8 for Player of the Year, and I was the first American to ever win a league. Fact check me all you want, I'm pretty sure that's true. That's your top 8, and ooh, then you got 15-10, and you got Jesse R. and Chris R. right there under it. And then you got a whole mess of 15-10 players. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 15-10 players. And number 1 of those 9, John P. Goku or Go Home. I'm still in this thing, but I got one loss left to give. And I don't think I'm going to make the Mega Draft at all. I do not think that's going to happen. But I will say, this is the first week 6 I've made in a long time. Maybe Brawl League. If not, it might have been Chaos 2. The league I won might have been the last time I week 6'd. It's not something that happens to me a lot. So I'm excited to be here, you know. Like I always say, if you can make it to week 6, you got a shot, right? It's like making the playoffs in football. If you can make it to the playoffs, you go on a run, you can make that Super Bowl. If you're alive in week 6, you got a chance to make that Mega Draft. Somebody always goes on a big run. I'm looking at you, Chris R., with your 6-0 week. Someone goes on a big run in week 6 and can get a win, get in that Mega Draft. But how do you do it? It's week 6. It's the dreaded Everyone hates week 6, right? We always talk about it. We talk about it all the time. It's the week 6 problem, and we're all in it. What is the problem? Matches dry up quick. Caleb's going to post his big 10 rules to week 6 coming up, and Caleb's rules are spot on. In fact, here, can I just find them and read them? All right, I found it. Sorry, it took me a minute. Well, it was very short for you. For me, it was about 2 minutes of me looking for this thing. This is Caleb's Week 6 primer, and it's great. This is what Week 6 is all about. Follow it, love it, live it, learn it. This is why we're here. Before Week 6 starts, you should play all your games. Play up to 25. Yes, do not go into Week 6 sitting under with like 6 or 7 games to play this week. Don't do it. That's a very bad move. Very hard to get in all 5 games. Even harder to get in 6 or 7. Play your games early. Yes, games will dry up by Monday, Tuesday. And the people that are left, it's going to be this weird head game of like, they don't need to play you. They will refuse to play you. People will get shut out. People might not get shut out. People might be cool. People might be nice. But at the result of like a feel bad, right? Like, I remember in the last league, Caleb was sitting in the top 8. Someone was beneath them. I think it was Jake C., the man Mulcahy, needed to get in. They had discussed it, and Caleb eventually said, yes, I will play you if you can't find another game, but I really don't want to play you. Like, that's not what he has to do here. Everyone will take entropy losses for every game less than 30. Everyone ends at 30 games, so you have to play all your games, or at least try to. In the old days of the league, you could kind of sit, and you wouldn't take entropy in this last week, and you can give yourself some weird or better tie breaks. Not a thing anymore. Play all your games. Play till you're eliminated, or till you win all your games. If you're safe for top 8, you don't have to play. If people are safe for top 8, they don't have to play you. That's what I'm talking about with that Caleb Jake situation. Caleb was in top 8. If Jake beats him, he takes Caleb's spot. Caleb does not have to say yes to that game. He was very nice by saying that he would. But you don't have to do things like that. If you're in top 8 and there are people that are on 1 or 2 games left and you're like the last game, you can shut that person out. You can do it. Position with the top 8 still matters for tie breaks / prizing. Yep. How many times have we had a mega draft where the person that wins doesn't necessarily win the league because someone's so far ahead? It's happened a couple times. Your place at the end of the league matters in the mega draft. You have to still do as well as you can. The mega draft is a continuation. Being ninth can matter. If top 8 can't agree on a time, then there is a default time, so the spot has rolled down to ninth in the past. Very rare that happens, but very possible. It can happen, and it has happened. Be less picky based on pools, and be more picky based on standings. For instance, if you and another player are both down to your last match, and they need a win for you to lose to pass you, you shouldn't play them, as you were above them if you both win or both lose, 75% versus 50%. Again, you don't have to play games if you don't need to. If you're sitting at the top, if you're Justin, he can kind of just sit there. Like, he's basically locked, right? He doesn't need to play any games. He is incentivized to do better in the mega draft, give him some more points, or just to like knock other people down. He can kind of play the weird I'm in top 8 game right now. The LFM channel becomes less used. More games are found by DMing people. Yes, you're going to start receiving direct messages because people think that they can beat you. Or maybe they don't want to play other people and they think that you are their best shot. It's going to happen. Refuse those games. Accept those games on your own. I'm going to be using the LFM bot early and often Friday into Saturday if I'm still alive. But yeah, all games, get in all your games this weekend if you can. When looking at people's OMW tiebreak, remember that all opponents they have yet to play have winning records. OMWs will always rise near the end, about 0.05 points for every week match played. The more games you can play this week, the higher you can get your tie breaks up. This is a week that's all about tie breaks in the end, right? I've definitely had... Here, last time I made the mega draft, I was sitting in 7th place, but I was within 0.1% of somebody else, and I was flip-flopping between 7th and 8th throughout week 6, even though I had already finished all my games based on how the other people were finishing. I was flipping between 7th and 8th. It was very stressful, and I could have not won, but eventually it worked out. But your OMW will change a lot, even if you're not playing. Like, tie breaks are going to be very tricky here at the very end with how closely grouped a lot of these players are. Number 9, play your games early. Yes, please play all your games before Monday, Tuesday. You don't want to be sitting in 9th, 10th, 11th on Wednesday night, Thursday night, like begging for a game. It can happen. It will happen. Don't let it happen to you. That is the week 6 problem, right? And how you avoid the problem is by following Caleb's rules, which I have read, and I'm sure he will repost. And then we got the Mega Draft, which is going to be one packs of one, and then for every non-corrupted player in there, they'll be able to pick a different pack. But yeah, we got the one Mega Draft coming up. It's going to be real exciting. And then we got Shadows of Innistrad. I know everyone's drafting that right now. Lots of these drafts going up. Watch them, learn the format, get those cards so you don't gotta get wild cards ready. Short one, 3-weeker. It's a 3-week one, but hey, sometimes those are the easiest to spike. Less time to lose games, as you don't want to be losing any games when it comes to the league, right? You want to maximize your success, get as far as you can, and have the best deck you can. And this week, I talked to someone who has been in the league for a while and was having such a great one league that this is the furthest they'd ever gotten. Their first week 5 appearance. And I was so happy to talk to them about it. I could not wait. So please join me this week as we get a little toxic.
But one wrong turn or move and you can end up as the villain. Here are 7 surprising signs you're becoming toxic. 1.
That's right. This week we are getting toxic with Nicholas K. Bionic, or as it was explained to me during the show, Bionic. How did I not know that? How dumb am I? I feel dumb. Thank you, and I'm sorry that I couldn't figure that out. So yeah, I've seen Nick in a lot of leagues. Nick's a great dude. He's always out there drinking and streaming. That's what people seem to know him for. His late night drunk streams as he's having fun and doing shots, and great member of the league. Real fun, real nice. I had a great conversation with Nick, so let's go ahead and play that right now. All right, everyone, join me as we get toxic this week with none other than Nicholas K. Bionic. Welcome to the show, Nick.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here. You know, you're a long-time leaguer. We were just talking a little bit about it. You've been here since Crimson Vow, founded on Reddit. I've definitely been seeing you around for a long time, so I'm excited to talk to you today. This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Not like that Jeremy call last week. Oh, that thing was a slog. Just kidding, Jeremy, of course. Nick, when did you start playing Magic?
It was a long time ago. I remember my cousin was in college, and he got introduced to Magic, and he brought back the I think it was the 7th edition like starter pack thing.
Nice.
And I was in middle school at the time, so I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I always looked up to my cousin. So yeah, so been playing since 2001, I guess. So
you've been playing nonstop? Did you ever take a break?
I went through some long breaks. Surprisingly, when I was in college, I went through a long break of it, just because I didn't have the money to play paper or MTGO. It wasn't really a good free way to play.
I've sunk so much money into MTGO that I don't even touch it anymore. It's sad.
Yeah. I had a roommate in college that sunk quite a bit of money into it.
It's not hard. It's like you do a draft, you spend $20, you do a draft, you're like, oh, I like, but 03. Okay, well, we're doing another draft. We're gonna win it back. Oh, 03 again. Dang. Okay, one more draft tonight. We'll do it. We'll get it. We'll get there.
Yeah, it definitely feels like gambling when you play MTGO. That's why I'm really appreciative for Arena. I mean, even though the client's not always the best and doesn't work the way it's supposed to, it's still as much free to play as you can make it. So.
I'm complaining a whole lot less about Arena now that I got my favorite basic lands. I tell you, that's all I wanted, and I got it. So I'm not hating on Arena for a while. I can have my favorite lands all the time, everywhere. It's so easy. I don't know why it took so long, but hey, thank you, Arena gods. I do appreciate it.
It's because it doesn't make Wizards any money to let you have your favorite lands.
But it makes me want to buy more lands now that I can favorite them, because I stopped buying them, right? Because they were annoying to use.
That is true, yeah.
So yeah, now they're going to get me with every fun basic land set. So I already buy enough stickers. I don't know why I keep spending money on things like stickers and lands, but that's what I'm into Arena for. Nick, so are you how'd you get into limited? Were you always a limited guy, or did you something you just kind of got into?
Yeah, so I I was mostly a kitchen table Magic guy growing up, to be honest. I
Sure.
never really played standard. I just bought packs with friends and we made random decks that didn't really have any synergy, but it was just it was fun. And then oh, it must have been like grad school. I went to a draft once, and then I've just been playing on Arena Limited. So
And you got hooked. Look, you're hooked. Are you a
yeah,
limited player, or do you still think of like, kitchen table standard commander as like your main format?
yeah, I'm definitely more of a limited player now. It allows me not to put a lot of money into the game.
It does,
uh,
doesn't it?
yeah, and I mostly now if I play paper, I'll sell the cards afterwards. Try to make money towards the new draft or sealed or whatnot.
You know what? That's something I've always been curious about is what people do with like the draft cards they sell. So do you sell your cards and to fund the next draft? Is that pretty much how you do it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it never fully funds the next draft. It
Sure.
usually breaks even or a little bit less, but it cuts the cost of it for sure and makes it almost free, which I'm happy with. I will take that.
Trying, yeah, going infinite, right? Nothing feels better than going a little infinite somewhere, right? Whether it's on Arena or in your store or even in the league, right?
Oh yeah,
It's like, yeah, I got to play again for free. Yeah, that's the best, right?
yeah. Because I'm not here to collect the cards anymore. I'm just here to play the game.
Yeah, right. That's my struggle with my like draft chat. 'Cause I don't play in paper a lot, but I'll save up my cards for like 6 months or so, and then I'll sell them in like a big bunch. And
Okay.
I either like just try to buy like expensive cards so I can be like, oh, check out this expensive card I bought with my draft chaff, or I try to buy expensive lands so I can have my draft lands all be like really nice lands that it's kind of a flex, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea for the lands because I mean I that's really the only cards I have. I got this
Yeah,
like
right. Those are the cards I use most than anything. It's like I've got 10 basic lands now. Now I've got a bunch of foil Phyrexian full art lands. And
uh,
as soon as I bought them, they released those oil slick lands, and I was like, "Oh, I should have waited an extra week and bought a bunch of oil slick lands. I'm messing up."
yeah, mine is just a bunch of random sets lands that
Oh,
it does the job. But yeah, no, if I was gonna buy any cards right now, I think it'd definitely be lands because that's really the only thing I keep.
again, basic lands and stickers. Apparently, that's what I'm here for. As I'm slowly finding out, talking to you. And Nick, where does your arena handle, Bio Nick? Where does that come from? What's that all about?
Yeah, so it's a play on my career and my name. So I work in research and development in biology,
Very cool.
but I also like that it goes off bionic, like a supernatural power type thing. I feel like it plays well into sci-fi and fantasy for MTG and my other gaming.
Man, how dumb do I feel that I have never gotten the Bionic reference? Oh my gosh. I've always seen it as Bionic, and it's all one word. Yeah, it should be Bionic. I am a dum dum. Wow.
Well, I like it because it goes both ways. So
No, it's a great name, and you got a great picture on there. It's one you've had up for a while of you with the mask and the glasses. Nice. Is that a bow tie you're wearing?
oh
Uh,
yeah, that was at my buddy's wedding. He was in this league for a few seasons too. Devin.
oh yeah, I remember Devin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, he's taking a little break from Magic with the newlywed and house
Yep.
stuff and job and whatnot. But
Yep. A lot of people do that. I know Tony G's on a little break right now. Richard took this league off, and Jeremy had mentioned maybe taking a league off. So it's not,
yeah, it's not a bad thing, and like it, I'd prefer people do that than burn out and get salty.
Yeah, it always makes me really sad when like someone just gets real salty and then just leaves and like doesn't say anything. And it's just
Right.
like, and then like a couple of leagues later, you're like, whatever happened to so and so? And then you check and they're gone. It's like, oh man, that's a bummer. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Like I'll probably take a break on was it Shadows over Innistrad?
Yeah, shadows.
Yeah. it'll save me wild cards too. So
Yeah, that's good. That one's gonna be a wild card killer for people that aren't ready. One, I was able to do a couple drafts real quick and do all right. But yeah, Shadows, that's gonna be that's like what, 2 sets and a bonus sheet combined. There's a lot of cards in that thing.
yeah, there is, and it's a shortened league too. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take a few week break and come back for March of the Machine.
Nick, we got to talk a little bit of one. I know you are having a pretty great league here in one. I think I heard you made week 5 for the first time.
Yeah, yeah, I had a great time, but I think it was because I did not take any 1 packs for punishment.
See, that's after. So we're deep in one, right? We're in week 5 right now, and I'm so sick of this format. And that sounds like the way to play this and stay sane is to not play one.
Yep.
Because it seems like it worked, right? You made week 5, so it's not like you were getting run over.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I found early on that there was a good synergy between one with all the artifacts and then Neon Dynasty.
Yeah.
Um, so I just kept picking Neon Dynasty until like my 7th or 8th loss, or it had to have been 7. And then I just took some Vow flyers at the end.
Yeah, why not?
Because why not, right? And the Vow flyers were pretty good too. I got Soren and
Ooh.
I don't know the name of the card. Anji, Maid of Dishonor.
Oh, Anji. Yeah, that was always well, I want to say fun, but no, that card was never very fun when it came down on the other side of the table.
Oh yeah, no, it was never fun when it came down on the other side, but I liked playing it. Yeah, no, I got extremely lucky with the punishment packs. I mean, a majority of them I got playables, which was great. So I had a great time, and then I hit my 10th loss, and I had to.
Yeah, so what was that like? So you were trying to avoid one, and you got to 10th loss, and you're like, well, now I have to, right?
Yeah, it was kind of bittersweet because I really like the idea of re-rolling the pool.
Yeah.
But I did not like it for myself this time. I had no idea what to do with it. I don't play constructed much, and
yeah,
we had too many options to choose from. I made like 3 or 4 decks and looked at it, and I was like, I'll just play red green toxic.
Sure, right? I mean, there's not a lot of choices in this format. You're toxic, you're oil, or like you're planeswalkers, right? Like it's one of those things.
Yeah, yeah. No, that final loss was maybe one of the fastest matches I played. I played against Damien, and we were both playing red green toxic, and I think the match was over within 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's this format in a nutshell. Like even before we recorded today, we were started to record at 11, and it was 10:30, and I was like, I'm gonna play a game. I got a half hour. These games don't last that long. Like I got time to squeeze a game in here, and I did. I was done at like 10:49 or something.
Yeah, it's just all boom, boom, boom. This league.
Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to Shadows. I'm sorry you're not going to be there, but boy, I'll tell you this: I'm very looking forward. I can't say it enough. Can't say it enough. Looking forward to Shadows. So you are in the Zombie League, right? How is that going? I think that's so cool. This is the first time they've done it. In fact, Caleb, whose idea this was, the Zombie League, can't even play in it because he's doing so well. He made week 6, so he's not allowed to. So how has it been going for you? You get a free entry into this. If you get top 1 or 2, I think it's free entry into another league.
Yeah, I think it's top 2, get free entry. I really like the idea of it. I'm having fun in it. The hard part is there's so few of us that the matchmaking is a little difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, I played as early as I could this week in the normal league. So if I could get my matches in. So I got my 5 in this week, but I feel like some others are probably not going to, just because of how few people there are. But
I think the hope is that as the week goes on, people get knocked out and then get to add more people to the pool of the Zombie League. Like I'm still in the main league, but I've only got 2 more losses left to give. So it's very possible I'm playing Zombie by like 6 o'clock tonight,
Nice.
It's very possible.
Yeah, no, it's fun because it's basically like a little mini league. It has the same format. You can still pick any standard pack.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Are you not picking one again?
I went straight back to Neon.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Well,
I-
all right, Nick. Well, I have opened up, as I've been doing, questions to the league, and they never disappoint. They give us some great questions, and I've got a few from you now.
okay.
From our regular rogues gallery of question askers. And I usually start with Damien. So let's do that. Damien would like to know, what is a good Magic drinking game?
Um. Okay. Yeah. So really, the only one I've played is you lose a life, you take a drink,
Oh, boy.
and you go down to zero. You finish your drink.
Okay.
That gets the job done. But you could add a bunch of other things in there, like if you scry, you drink, or
Get a poison counter, take a shot.
not in this. Yeah, that would be over very quick. But yeah, I mean, I love drinking. I get on the stream most weekends that I'm free, and maybe it's not the best way to play the competitive league, but I'm just here for fun. So.
Yeah. If you're here for fun. So I would say it's funny. I actually like um when I said you were coming on, I had people that were like, dude, Nick's so cool. He's always up stayed up late and drinking and played Magic. And I'm like, man, I go to bed early. I always miss this, I guess. When is it that you're normally like streaming and playing? Like, cause I'd like to see that.
Yeah, no, it's a great time, and that's why I say I love this community because I'll hop on and stream when someone asks to watch, and then we'll get, I don't know, 5 to 10 people watching and talking, and it's just a good time.
Isn't that the best, man? When everyone starts coming in and everyone's chit chatting and like the game's pretty good, but really it's about everyone just having fun and kind of making fun of each other and having a good time. Oh, those are really great times.
Yeah, no, and it's fun too because you start getting like shit talking happening.
Oh,
Like
I love it.
I start playing all my cards before I attack. Like, like, what are you doing? I'm like, I saw a card light up. I play it.
Yeah. I don't know. I got like fancy shiny thing. I wanted to play it. Don't worry about it.
I got excited and I'm not thinking straight
Yeah,
because
I do that all the time. It's like get real excited and lock in on one play that like is not the best play, but you're so locked in you don't see anything else. You're just like, yeah, I've been thinking about this for 2 turns and now it's gonna happen. And then I don't even care.
or you don't recognize they have first strike because you just
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a great time. I try to get on the weekends that I'm free and show up and drink and have a little chit chat. So.
Watch out for that if you're in the league. See if you can catch Bionic, Nicholas K. Streaming some of his drinking. You ever do any of the like the stip matches with Cody or any of the other people that like to stay up and drink? Like
So I haven't yet, but yeah, Cody reached out. I think the next main league we're in, we're gonna try to do some kind of stip drinking match.
I love it. I've never been around to watch one of those because I think they usually happen really late at night. But oh boy, I would love to see like a stip drinking match happen. That sounds really fun.
Yeah, no, the plan's to get that done. So
As long as it's responsible and safe, of course, you know.
as long as no one's driving and they know their limits. So.
You know, I don't trust Cody to not play Magic while he drives. I could see Cody doing that. This question comes from Miranda, Black Canary. Miranda wants to know, what is your favorite thing to drink while playing? What is your go-to Magic drink?
I would say my go-to drink is bourbon neat.
Ooh, bourbon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big whiskey guy, and I like all the different kinds, but I tend to find something it doesn't provoke too much thought while I'm drinking it. I don't want something that's just kind of out there or really peated or whatnot when I'm trying to play a game. I like bourbon because you can have the different nuances and whatnot, but overall, it's gonna be your corn whiskey. So,
Or you got a favorite brand you want to recommend to your fellow leaguers?
I
Something you reach for?
yeah, I mean, what do I got over there? I don't know. I got a lot. It's gonna kind of sound basic, but Buffalo Trace is a
There you go.
good bourbon if you can find it at cost. Don't overpay for it. That's probably my go-to cheap bourbon.
There you go. And neat. So just on the is that on the rocks or is that even without? That's no rocks.
No rocks. The ice will change the flavor and whatnot. So
Splash of water, no water.
no water for me, but the way you should drink your whiskey is the way that you want to drink it. So
I like this guy.
but yeah, I mean, if I'm not drinking whiskey, I drink beer from New Glarus.
Okay.
It's a local one, or Three Floyds out of Indiana, or War Pigs, or all that. I like my beer too. I just like alcohol in general, really.
Hey, this guy, he likes the sauce. What can you say?
Yeah, I'm a good Wisconsin boy.
I mean, that farm life. That's what you do, right? There's not a lot going on. You have a couple drinks, you go in that cornfield, you run around. That's what you do.
I mean, you joke, but in college, I worked at the dairy cattle farm on campus for a summer. So yeah, no, I didn't grow up on a farm, but yeah, I'm not unfamiliar with it.
I think I was telling you before we started that I'm from Michigan, and yeah, it's I didn't grow up on a farm, but we had farms are everywhere. That's just kind of the life you live, right? You drive 30 minutes one way, and it's nothing but corn and cows, and that's all you get. And broken down barns. I always thought those barns looked very cool.
Yep. Got a broken down barn and cornfields within 2 blocks of me.
Oh,
So
see, that's it. That's my childhood, man. I've been there. This question comes from Johnny. Johnny always, oh, man, he always makes you think with his questions. Johnny wants to know that if you could change one thing about the game, so one thing about Magic, what would it be?
yeah, so I saw this question when you sent it over yesterday, and this was the hardest one to think about.
This is tough.
But I think it plays into the problem you had in your match earlier. So I don't know how this would work, especially in paper because of honesty and whatnot, but it could definitely be implemented in Arena. It would be you're only allowed 1 mulligan,
Ooh.
but you're allowed to keep back 1 to 2 lands in your hand, and then
Ooh.
shuffle the other cards in, and you draw 1 less back.
Okay, that's a very interesting way. That I've heard a lot of mulligan things offered up, and mulligans used to be different. If people remember, you used to not get the scries, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's the funny thing is the last time I played paper, I played the old mulligan way.
Yeah. So you used to get the scry, right? That's what it was. You used to get scries. You don't get scries anymore.
Yeah.
That's very interesting because yes, I just played a game against Ryan D and had 7. My first draw 7 cards, 1 land. Next draw 6 cards, 1 land. Next draw 5 cards, 1 land, or 5 things, 1 land. Had to keep a bad 5. But yeah, that's interesting. So keep 1 to 2 lands, shuffle back the rest, but take 1 less card, so you're still going down to 6.
Yep. I think that would be nice because then you're pretty much guaranteed to have 1 to 2 lands in your starting hand.
What about this though? What if it's your starting 7, no lands? How do you get to benefit from getting down?
Yeah, then you don't really. Yeah, it's just one of those like solving the mulligan problem.
I think that mine would be very similar too. That it's like it's something with mulligans. Like mulligans they're still not right.
Right.
I don't know if it was better when you used to scry or not. It's hard to say.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's ever going to be a perfect way.
Gotta get that coin, right? Like Hearthstone, you get that coin, all of a sudden you feel a little better. I haven't played Hearthstone in like 5 years, but they give you a coin.
I mean, I think I played it once, and then I was like, I'd rather just play Magic.
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people eventually agreed. This next question comes from Adam S. Wisma, new league committee member, now taking over announcements. Adam, wonderful person, came on the show. Um, Adam would like to know, how would you improve the league for players who are in it for the community aspect? Fun games, maybe a few drinks, but how would you improve the league for the community, not necessarily for the gameplay?
Yeah, I mean, you get what you put into this league and this community, right? Like, if you want to be more social, there are people here that are social. Maybe the way to help aid the community and get a more social feel is to maybe have like a social hour every so and so time,
I
and
like it.
we can just have drinks, talk Magic, talk life in general.
Yeah,
Um,
I like
I
it. Just
know people aren't gonna, not everyone's gonna want to do that, but
yeah,
uh,
not everyone's going to want to do everything. That's the thing. It's a big community, right? You're not going to please everybody.
yeah, yeah, and I mean it could be even as simple as, I can do a stip match with someone. We can have a few drinks. People can just hop on and chat, or no stip match, just hop on and chat.
I would love to see, and they talked about this in Cody's super secret server a little bit, was maybe getting together and doing like some Jackbox games or something.
Yeah,
Um,
that
but
could be.
but yeah, but like some non-magic stuff that's really just more for having fun and getting together.
Yeah,
And I saw it was like a week or two ago, but there was this, I don't know much about it, but I guess in Discord you can like play games in the channels, and like Damien and Johnny and Raphael were playing some weird soccer game, and I was just watching them playing it for like a half hour. It was very weird, but it was really cool to like see people that I'm used to watching play Magic like playing a different game and seeing them interact. So,
oh yeah, no, that's neat. I had no idea you could do that in Discord.
oh, I'm such an old man when it comes to Discord, and I don't really understand it, but it was cool. So yeah, maybe some kind of like, every 6 to 7 o'clock every night is community hour. Everyone jump in a channel, and if you want, we're just gonna hang out. Maybe we're talking movies tonight. Maybe we're doing Jackbox games today, or maybe we're doing blah 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 the next day. Whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it'd
mean,
be super fun.
yeah, I'm totally game for that. Whatever gets people together. I mean, I've kind of used this community as a crutch over the last year through my divorce and all that. So,
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
oh no, it's all good. It happens, but yeah, no, it's just been good to come on here, something to look forward to, and chat with the folks. So
The community is really the best part, right? Like I love Magic, but I can play Magic anywhere, right? Like, and but like the people in here, I've been in this thing for like 2 years now. And it's like I really do consider some of these people like my friends, right? Like these are people I've been talking to and playing against and seeing grow and change for years now. And it's so cool just to be a part of it and to watch those people and to connect and be a part of it. It's really fun.
yeah, yeah, and I like this community so much. I've been trying to bring in uh, friends from that I've known in person too.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of them have had a good time. Mike P.
Is that Unwieldy Biscuit?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
see, that's how I know. I know everybody by their name/arena handle.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he's one of my friends from college. Hang out with him almost weekly now, and he's the one that actually invited me to the draft this afternoon.
Oh, that's right. But yeah, you gotta go draft one, so we don't have too much time. In fact, our Zoom's gonna end in about 5 minutes. So before it kicks us off, I got one last question for you. We gotta speed run it a little bit.
Okay.
What is your favorite Magic card?
Okay. Yeah, I've got two cards that come to mind when I think about this. I know that's not one like we said,
That's
but
okay. Everyone
uh,
brings a list. That's what I've learned. Everyone's like, "Here's my top five." I'm like, okay, it's fine.
yeah. So Phage the Untouchable, I loved as a
Oh,
kid. It was one of the first cards that I like really sought out, and went to local game stores and tried to trade for because I didn't have money. But yeah, I built a mono black deck around that and really loved it. Play Phage and get to killing. I just love the concept where it was like, yeah, you do damage to a creature, they're dead.
Yep, that's it. That's all you need to do.
Player, they lose. But yeah, I loved that. And then I was a big Esper control guy.
Okay.
I played a little bit of Constructed in Arena. So I really liked the 5-cost Teferi.
Ooh, yeah, the big Teferi they call him, right?
Yeah, big Teferi. And I was a fan of 3 Fairy too, but I could see how that was not fun to play. To put it lightly. Yeah,
Big Teferi was oh man, that was a bomb. That was a bomb if you open that card. That was oof. And Little Teferi was pretty good too, but Big Teferi, that just wins the game by itself. It was so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I loved it. And it was going around playing like the what was it, like the Super Friends decks when I did
yep.
Yeah, I consider myself more of a limited guy, but yeah, I would play a little bit of Constructed to just have the like huge power advantage decks.
That sounds super fun. I love Control, so you're speaking my language right now. That sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show and making time for it and being in the league for as long as you have. You've been in here since Crimson Vow, the Vampire League, so you've been in here a good minute. And congratulations on making your first week 5. It's not easy to do. It seems to be that you're getting better and better, right? If you get your first week 5, that means your first week 6. It's got to be coming.
Yeah, hopefully. No, I've definitely gotten better playing through this league and talking through with people. And I'm having a great time along the way. And I'm not here to win. I mean, I like to win, but I'm here to just have fun. So.
And if you see Nick streaming, join it because you know it's going to be a fun time. Sounds like this guy likes to have a lot of fun when he plays Magic. So why don't you go ahead and be a part of that fun and join up, watch some of Nick's streams, maybe have a drink with him, maybe play some Jackbox. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Nick, again, thank you so much for coming on and good luck in the Zombie League and good luck in your draft later today. I hope you open, I don't know. I don't know what's expensive in this set. Not Elspeth. Elesh Norn?
Elesh Norn.
Yeah. Go open an Elesh Norn. Make some money today, man. Have some fun.
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, thanks for having me on. I had a great time.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. And again, good luck out there.
Yep, sounds good. Have a good one.
Love talking to Nick. Love the questions from the league. Please keep those coming. I got a great guest coming up next week. I'm excited to ask you to get some good questions for him. But Bionic, he's a super fun guy. A super fun guy to talk to. Great guy. Love talking to him. So much fun and so good to see him doing well and fun to talk about the Zombie League. I wish I could be a part of it. Actually played too well. Can't do it. Which is good because my pool was miserable. My pool was very bad. I'm actually, I'm glad I don't have to mess with that. But good luck to everyone in the Zombie League. Good luck to everyone still alive in the regular All Is One League. And now we're going to talk about the people who left us this week.
You complete me. You have no
Jeremy E. Lorgoyf. Sad to see you go, friend. Noah B. Cisco. Russell S. Arstad. Paul G. The Dragon. Emmett F. Sepulcher. Maxime R. Tassiger. Jake C. The Man Mulcahy. Nicholas K. Bionic. John R. Ged. Nick S. Najisi. Chris P. Joker 01. Tim M. Ankra. Zeke W. Smarmy Platypus. Steve T. Strout. Ragu B. Midnight Falcon. Daniel G. Frisky Hobbit. Okay, I definitely read some people I read last week. Sorry if I read your name twice. Lucky you. Lucky you. What a good time for you to hear me say your name a second time. And that's going to do it for the show as we wrap up one league. All is one. You complete me. as you do. And get ready for Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. I'm not entirely sure what the actual name is, because it's Sir. Shadows Innistrad Remaster? Sure. Shadows, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to the show. Thank you for being a part of it. And as we all give our feedback for this league in the feedback channel, and that was always the time where I ask for your feedback on the show. What do you like? What don't you like? Hey, John, get rid of this segment. Hey, John, add in that segment. Get on this guest. Do that thing. Stop doing this thing. Please, if you have feedback, questions, comments, concerns about the show, let me know. It only gets better if you tell me. I don't know if you don't tell me. I'm stuck in like a zone, right? Like I go down that zone until someone stops me and goes, hey, I don't like that thing you did. Oh, sorry. I didn't know. I didn't realize. I'll stop doing that thing that you didn't like. Or I'll do more of that thing that you did. And until then, until I fix the show and make it good again, I hope that you get to keep a good 7. And I hope that shuffler is in your favor, because this is week 6. And this is where it counts. So go out there and play that magic. Hold your spells. Hold your priority. Set full control. Win your games. And keep a good 7. Because it's all about that opening hand in this format. It really is. Watch those mulligans. They get out of hand quick. And have that removal ready, because that toxicity is coming and you need to protect yourself. And we'll see everyone right here next week for our Shadows over Innistrad Remastered kickoff show. Bye, everybody.